If you look at our foods is very similar. So their top line growth was about 8%, 8+%. Our top line growth was about 8+%. We both grew market share. So very similar results in food. It's clothing that's far more difficult. And I think people are holding back in difficult times. You're always going to buy food, but in difficult times you do hold back on the discretionary spend. And when times are tough and you're worried about the future, you tend not to go out and buy a dress.
Like I said, ShopRite has done pretty well in terms of food, and they're probably going to be coming for your customers. Do you have anything in place to make sure that you keep your customers at this point?
Look, we're never complacent, and we like a bit of competition. And if you look at our business, we're deeply entrenched in quality. Our partnerships go back 30 years. People have been trying to attack our market for long enough. We're constantly innovating, we're constantly changing. We've brought our prices down. And if I look at the last 3 or 4 months, the gap between us and the market is widening. We've taken market share every month for the last 5 years. But in the last 3 or 4 months, the gap between us and the market has widened. And interestingly, as we've seen inflation come down, we've seen our volumes grow. So our food business is in a very strong place. And the fact that they've told us they're coming after us couldn't have done better for our foods team. They're very motivated.
Explain the different factors that are affecting your food sales and your clothing sales.
So if I look at food sales, our food sales are excellent. And what are the things that we've done that has made that happen? We've got more cafes opening. We're now the second biggest cafe business in South Africa, next to Mug and Bean. So we've innovated a lot. We've introduced now. We've got so much. We introduced 2,500 new and innovative lines in our food business. We're making our stores more inviting, more interactive, a better experience. We're constantly innovating, and we've done a great job, I think, at getting much better values into our business. We're very price competitive. We've brought our values down. We took some of our margin and invested it in price, and it's really paid off for us. For us, in a tough market, to increase our foods business by nearly 9% and keep our return on sales at 7% is a great result in my view. As I said before, not that we're complacent. We still see it as not getting easier in this marketplace, but we're very focused on doing the right thing for our foods customer.
And you also mentioned that there's been a bit of concern in terms of the clothing line, a bit of concern from investors with regards to David Jones. Are you confident about your assets in Australia?
Yes, so Australia is very similar to South Africa in terms of it's going through an economic cycle. Slightly different things, don't quite have the political issues in Australia that we do here in South Africa, but the consumer is constrained. And in addition, they've got much more structural change within Australia. It's coming here. The whole market is changing. The consumer behaviour is changing. Online is growing. Increased international competition. And if you look at our result in Australia, a lot of it is because we're investing a huge amount in the future. We're creating new systems, new processes, new stores. We've launched a food business in Australia. We launched it last month, a major food hall in Bondi in Australia. And it's gone incredibly well for us. It's way above our expectations. Everybody's talking about it. The customer is loving it. So that's where a lot of the result is coming from, big investment in the future. We believe you've got to change to be viable over the next 3 to 5 years.
So just lastly from me, projections for the year ahead.
Year ahead is going to continue to be tough, and we're going to continue to do the same things as we've done. We're going to continue to invest, continue to build our business, continue to differentiate, continue to do the right thing by the customers. We'll focus on values for our customers, and we'll focus on costs within our business.